the next two videos, we're going to show you how to use Excel's conditional formatting formula option. If you click on New Rule under Conditional Formatting, there's Use a Formula. And our file is Con Formatting Formula. Okay. So what does the formula option do for us? Well, basically it opens up all the functions or formulas you can write in Excel. And if a formula is true, then basically the format goes in the cell. If the formula is false, it doesn't go in the cell. Let's give you a simple example. We have quarterly revenues for Amazon.com. So suppose if sales increase in a quarter, we want to highlight the sales in green. Sales decrease in a quarter, highlight the sales in red. Okay. So we would start in row, okay. So we can't really highlight row 6 because there's nothing to compare it to. But like row 7 should be green because sales went up. Okay, now let's find something here. Row 39 should be red because sales went down. So the trick is when you use the conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula, basically you put in a formula for the upper left-hand corner of your range you select. When the formula copies like a normal formula. And whenever it's true, whenever the formula is true in the selected range, let's say whenever the copied formula is true in the selected range, then the selected format goes in the cell. And whenever the formula is false, of course, the selected format doesn't go in the cell. So let's think about this. We're going to start selecting row 7. So the range we'll select is row 7 through 62 in column E. Okay, now for row E7, when would you want it to be green? You would say if E7 is greater than or equal to E6. Okay, and we want no dollar signs there because we want it to copy down and be E8 greater than or equal to E7. Etc. Now for red, we won't worry about a tie because that just can't happen. The revenues, I mean, you're not going to get exactly the same revenue, but let's say E7 less than E6. Now let me just show you those formulas right here. I could type in starting row 7 equals E7 greater than or equal to E6. Now sometimes I'll get a true, sometimes a false. Whenever I get a true, okay, there's going to be a green format. Now sometimes I get a false. Like for Amazon, the first quarter is often lower than the fourth quarter due to seasonality. Okay, so now if I select this range here, Control Shift down arrow starting in row 7, and I go Home, Conditional Formatting, New Rule, Use a Formula, start with an equal sign and type in the formula, and I would say E7, no dollar signs, hit F4, greater than or equal to E6, no dollar signs, and you go Format, Fill, and let's suppose we're going to do green there. Okay, so whenever sales went up, we've got green. And if I do Conditional Formatting, New Rule, Use a Formula, equals E7 less than E6, and I say Format Red under Fill, then whenever there's a false, I should get a red. And that works out really well. So whenever sales went down, okay, I would get a red. So here in 2001, there was a bit of a recession due to the internet bubble bursting, and sales went down for a few quarters. Then, in general, every first quarter for Amazon is red, and sometimes they do drop down because for 2 quarters in a row. but it's really rare that Amazon, in 2001, we had 3 quarters in a row where sales dropped for Amazon. Okay, but let's try a different example. Let's pick 3 states, let's say New York, California, and Texas. Okay, so remember the last line of Friday Night Lights, Texas forever. Okay, and now what we want to do is we'll have sales for 3 different months of our product. And we want to highlight the best month in each state. So for New York, it was the 3rd month. Let's suppose California was the 1st month, and Texas was the 2nd. So the best sales month for each state should be highlighted. In other words, highlight the biggest number in each column, the 500, the 400, and the 300. Now we know how to highlight the biggest number in a single column with the top-bottom rules, but to do each column with the top-bottom rules, you'd have to copy the format across, and you might have many, many columns. Okay, so what we're going to do is select this range starting with I-17. So you might say, let's look at I-17. We want a formula that copies down and across. Does that equal the max of I-17 through I-19? And that won't work. Why not? Because if you copy that down and across, the I-17 would change to an I-18, but the I-17 through 19 would change to 18 through 20. You need to anchor or fix the number there. So the 17 through 19 needs to be $ for this to copy properly. Okay, so that's the formula we're going to use when we select this range. Okay. So if I would do home, conditional formatting, new rule, use a formula, and I would say, does I-17 equal the maximum of this? I-17 through I-19, and I need to not $ the I because I want the column to change. So it should look like that. See, as I copy this down and across, the I will change to J and K, that's good, and the 17 through 19 will stay fixed. So I would say fill yellow, and see the biggest number gets highlighted. Now if I would change this, so New York's biggest sale was the 1st month, see the formatting moves. So we'll show you in the next video 2 more interesting examples of conditional formatting with the formula option, but this is very powerful indeed.
Okay, so thanks for watching, and there's a free course, a free 21-day course from Dr. Winston, and all of these videos are coming from one of 3 books. So first, this one, which you can see here at the top of the screen, Microsoft's book, which has 355 reviews, and then it's, let's see, 4.6 stars. It's coming from this book as well, his marketing analytics book, which is down here, and you can sort of see 4.5, or his newest book, his analytic stories book, which is here. And with that one, you can see it's 4 point something, or maybe even 5. I don't think it's 5. Yeah, 4.8. And so yeah, anyways, in the description, there's a free 21-day course from Dr. Winston, or you can go to excelwithwayne.com/free, and it'll be there. But again, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, just please let us know. Thanks.